there, my name's Diane Levon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you have 20 minutes to roll it out and recover, join me on your mat with a band, a towel, and a foam roller guest star appearance. All right, so we'll start on our backs today. And right away, I'm gonna start with this roller on my lower back at the place just above our sacrum. And I'm just kind of going to lengthen my legs out, bring opposite palm to opposite elbow, and just kind of lay over the foam roller. You could kind of flex your feet and rock and roll, but just let your hips open in this kind of deficit where your hip flexors are stretching past the point of your pelvis. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you absolutely can keep your knees bent. That's always a great modification, but I think it feels great. And we're just gonna stay for a couple breaths. Talk to me about your life. What's going on? You having a good day, week, year? Feel free to message me about it. I find that no matter what's happening in the world, if I move my body, even if it's just a stretch, I find that I can release a lot of stress, a lot of tension. In yoga, we believe that when we open our hips, we actually release emotional tension. You let me know if that works for you. Okay. Hug one knee into your chest. I want you to really push down in the lengthened leg so that you're getting some like opposition here. Otherwise, this is gonna happen, but you're not gonna do that. And then switch. Deep breaths. This side's a little tighter for me, so I'm going to take one more moment here. And that's the thing about stretch, you kind of have to notice what your body needs. If one side's a little tighter, spend a little more time on it, right? Take a big stretch like you're eating out of bed. And then tuck your knees in your chest and kind of tuck it like a ball. And then sometimes I kind of rock and roll my hips like this, rolling over the ball. Do that as well. It feels good. All right. Kind of taking this happy baby, but now I'm going to roll my foam roller away and fully come into happy baby. And for happy baby, it really can be playful, but if you want to work on lengthening your spine and opening your hips, you want to think from the crown of your head to your tailbone as one straight line. You want to pull your shoulders back, elbows inside your knees, and then you could kind of bend and stretch one leg at a time. You can make it playful. I think sometimes yoga can feel super unapproachable and kind of snotty, and I think it's because there's so much sacred movement and it's ancient. But I like to think that the people who created yoga had a sense of humor. Otherwise, all the names in yoga wouldn't be like happy baby or lotus. You know what I mean? I think it's meant to have a sense of humor. And don't forget, when you laugh, your abs contract. Okay. Place one foot down, one ankle across. Let's take a figure 4 on our backs. I like to swim my legs up and down. And I press, like, so right now I'm doing my right side. I like to press my right elbow into my right thigh. Or if it's my left leg that's across, I do my left elbow under my left thigh. Hold it here. To your arms, take a little windshield wiper of those legs. A couple times. Kind of resisting with your opposing side, so my left side, and then hold it. Keep that ankle pushing your thigh away, and then like reach like you're reaching for something that you want. And it's a stretch, a delicious stretch. All right, and then come back to center. And then we do the same thing, figure 4 on the other side. Swimming that leg up and down if you want. Sometimes I like to rock. Sometimes I'll keep my legs straight. It's really about getting into that IT band and giving it a good stretch. So play with where your leg needs to be in space for you to receive that. bring your legs both to bend, and then do the same thing. Windshield wiper to one side. 2 more. Last one. I don't always have the time or energy to create these videos on YouTube, but it's been a goal of mine because in yoga, stay here, hold our breath, we believe in Dharma, where you give as much as you can with joy in your spirit, but without attachment, meaning you're not like attached to any results. Make little circles in your knees, but you just want to share and help people. So I hope I can do that for you. I think I've tried to have the same approach in social media, which is not always easy to do. Rock forward and back, sit up. Grab your band. We're going to take some hamstring stretches. So roll back down. With your band in hand, I want you to bend both knees and stretch, stretch, stretch. Pull. If you don't have a band, the towel works too. Inhale. I just like the stretchiness of the band. Exhale. You know, the more we just share what we love to do and do things because it brings us joy, I think the less disappointed we are in the internet, less disappointed we feel in others. It's significantly helped my friendships because I just say to myself, do I want to do this? Okay, great, then I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to expect anything in return. I'm just going to do it because I want to do it. And if I'm not doing it because I want to do it, I'm doing it because I want them to know me something, I don't do it. Open your hip. Life advice while we stretch. Who knew? Who knew that's what you were going to get? Pressing your hip. Why do we press in our hip? Because you don't want to not receive that inner thigh stretch. And if you let this hip come up, you're getting less of a stretch. You need that opposing stability stretch. And then switch. So I'm gonna pull with my left arm as I push with my right hip. The more there's like this opposing push-pull, the more intense the IT band stretch will be. Circle your leg around, do the same thing on the other side. So we go lengthen, 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 and bend, bend, bend. 2 more. I always think, like when I'm on my back like this, I'm not trying to like tuck under and smush my back, but lengthen away from it. Hold, and open. Are you gonna let that hip come up? No, you're not. I knew you wouldn't. Why? Because you want to receive the stretch. You let that hip come up, you're getting less, and we don't want less. I know you don't want less. Press into your hip. Bring that leg across your midline, but again, you're using your left hand to push your left hip down and you're pulling with your right. Ooh, baby. All right. Release that. Take a big stretch like you're getting out of bed. So good. And then you can either roll to your side or rock up to sit. And we're going to do some foam rolling where we work on spinal extension and flexion, working on tension in our middle back, which often creates pain in our lower back. So you'll roll your foam roller away, seats to heels, and you'll look forward, and then you're gonna roll up, sit up. Do that again. So look forward. I want you to sit your hips back as you reach your hard core. Feel your middle back kind of pinch. Yeah. And then exhale, exhale, exhale. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. As I make these YouTube videos, I really wanted it to feel like we're friends and we're just hanging out, but also working out. So tell me if you do like it, and if you don't tell me. Just do a different workout that's not with me. Just kidding, sort of. Inhale. We are only receiving compliments or nothing. We are only receiving positivity and or nothing. Okay? Roll all the way up. Interlace your fingertips and give a big tug. Look up, look down, circle your head right and left. I once had a teacher I really liked, and she would say, I'm taking questions but I'm not taking any concerns today or feedback. Thank you. I thought that was really funny. Okay. We can all feel that sometimes, right? Bring your left hand to the foam roller, and we're gonna take like a little bit of a twist, okay? So you're going to roll it to the left, and then you're gonna come back to center. Try that again. Roll it to the left. Big twist. Last one. Hold it here. Maybe reach up and come back to center. And then simply switch. So I'm going exhale, exhale, exhale. I don't mind if your hips move with you. This is meant to be a really delicious rotation of your spine that feels nice. Last one. Hold. Reach up. Oh gosh. Deep breaths. Pull your shoulder back. Pull your hips back. Gaze at your thumb. Come back to center. Okay. I want you now to work a little bit on side bends. And it's really to stretch out our middle back. So you'll take your foam roller to line up with your left hip, okay? You'll reach up. You can bring your hand to your hip, your head, or overhead. And we're going to reach to the left. And I want you to think inhale. Lift your heart space. Exhale. Deeper. 2 more. Lift your heart space. Deeper. 1 more breath. And come back to center and switch. So, taking right foot forward, taking the foam roller out to the right, hip to the left, arm overhead, push down, side bend. This side bend is challenging, but it's more about opening your left side body and your side waist, okay? 2 more breaths. Come back to center. Maybe use your foam roller to shift forward, taking a deep quad stretch. Or maybe bringing your hands all the way to the mat if you feel stable. Maybe you grab for your back foot with the same arm or opposite arm, up to you. And really exhale and drop forward. 1 more breath here. And then take your leg out to the side. It should be your right leg. And you can use the foam roller or not, but you're going to roll forward as you shift your hip back and then come up. Do that a couple times. Shift back, 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 and up. Last one, hold here. Remember how we did that twist before? If you want, just hold the twist with or without your foam roller to the opposing side, or you can even bring a hand behind your back. This will intensify greatly the inner thigh stretch, so keep that in mind. And switch. So my left leg is forward. I'm doing my quad stretch first. You can use the block or not. Or block, foam roller. Block, foam roller. And then maybe you grab for the foot if you did before. You really have to breathe through your quads. So think, release. 1 more. Okay. Take that over. Left hip back. Use your foam roller to kind of roll forward as you shift back. And come up. Again, back. And up. Last one. Hold it back. Find your twist. And then stay here forever. Just 1 more breath. All right. Come back to center. This exercise takes quite a bit of breathing, okay? We are going to take Frogger pose, and you'll want to make sure your ankles and knees are supported on your mat, and you're going to shift forward and exhale. They're really wide. Your legs are only as wide as you can tolerate this deep inner thigh stretch. We kind of did it on one side, now we're doing it on both. Try to stay here. The further back your hips, the harder it is. The further forward your hips, the easier it is. And then try to release. We're just gonna hold 4 breaths. If your back hurts at all, come up a couple inches, tuck under in your tailbone. You could even press in your forearms. 2 more breaths. Last one. All right. Slowly come up, and I want you to bring your left leg so that your ankle and knee are in line, and then your knee and your hip are in line. And then your other leg is behind you. You can use a towel here or not, but we'll shift all the way onto our forearms. We're on the side. Dig your right knee into the mat, and then give me some internal rotation, just bringing mobility of the knee and hip. 2 more. Last one. And then switch. Ankle is digging, and now your knee is lifted. Good. 2 more. Extend your left arm. Start to lift your right leg off the ground. Bring it forward into hip flexion, and then bring it back into our seated hip cars. So we're closing the hip and opening the hip. 2 more. Last one. Hold. Find a spinal twist. I want you to think, inhale, sit taller. Both sits bones down. Exhale, twist deeper. 1 more breath here. Cross your ankles. Give me fire log pose. Use your foam roller if you are pretty open and kind of forward fold. It doesn't have to be a strict fire log pose. I just want you to cross your ankle as close to your knee as possible. All right, and then we switch. So now my right leg's forward, left leg is back, forearm is on the mat, and let's do it again. So ankle and ankle. 20 minutes goes by fast. You know, I'm doing these for you guys, but I'm also doing it for myself. I think a lot of times I tell myself I'm gonna take time to recover, but I rush. Ankle, now lift the knee. And I think what you start to realize is to not taking that time does no one any favors, especially if you're like a lot of my students. Come up to your arm, hip guards, and maybe you work out at the gym, and so you don't really do stretch or recovery because you're like, well, this is the only time I have. Hello, now you have this YouTube video, right? Even if you just assign yourself 20 minutes to do this before bed, you're gonna feel so much better. Last one. Okay. Cross it, reach it, lift it. This is the one I do like every day. Are your sits bones down? Are you sitting as tall as can be? Yeah, you are. All right, forward fold, with or without the foam roller. We are gonna do one last exercise. It might take us like a teensy bit over 20. All right, take a straddle. This is the last exercise. And I want you to think, if your hips look like this, bring your legs a little bit closer, because I want your sits bones, those bony landmarks, to like point down. And then I'm actually gonna roll forward and let them go back, and then come up, up, up. 2 more and you're done. And then come up, up, up. Last one, best one. Release. Take a nap. Come all the way up. Shake your legs out. Thank you for joining me for my reset, rollout, recovery 20-minute workout. I hope it helped, and join me for more videos. Reach your arms up, Gather this energy we created together. Bring it home. Give yourself a hand. Pat yourself on the back. And go get it.